Hi guys, welcome to day 109 and a very happy 4th of July to all my American friends. I think by the time this episode is live, the 4th of July would have come and gone, maybe next week. But I can't help but react to it today because 4th of July is today. America is many things to many people. To some it's good, to some it's bad. Can't help it. It is what it is. To me, America was always like the land of dreams because I grew up reading American novels and watching American movies, and I used to love that. I wanted to so badly. I wanted to work in US and live there. It seemed like an impossible thing, an impossible kind of dream for me. And you know how people keep telling you you need to be clever. Society always wants you to be clever, smart. But sometimes I think it's sometimes good. It's better to be stupid than intelligent, rather than being clever. And I'll give you this example. This is the perfect example for this because when I used to say to people like, "Oh, what do you want to do?" "Oh, I want to go to US. I want to live in US." And people used to laugh at me. People used to laugh right to my face. Some politely, if they knew me, if they were relatives or somebody like that. Otherwise, other people used to just laugh. And as I think more than one person tell me very definitely, you would never be able to go to US. And that was he was going off of my academic record. So I had no relatives or anybody living outside India, not just US, nowhere. I had no money because my parents were not rich that I could just go to America. And also my academic record was very bad. Not because I was stupid, but because I was lazy. In class I used to do really well, but then when it came to exams, writing those long questions, especially essay questions and things like that, didn't like that very much. So I used to try and do this is where I was clever, where I used to try and write everything in as short as possible, just cover all the points. Didn't work. And then memorizing all those dates and events, boring. But now I like writing. Now I do like writing, but then I type. So that's the difference. But yeah, but I was so stupid that I did not understand that those people were telling the truth. Those people were giving me the logical, realistic answer that I would never be able to go to US or work in a foreign country and live in a foreign country based off of what I had. Because I didn't know, because I was so stupid that I never acknowledged that, I actually managed to do it. So my first journey out of India was to US. My first plane journey in my life was to America. So weird because I had never lived outside of India. I had never lived or worked outside of Delhi. But when I took the journey, the first one was like around the globe all the way around. So that was funny. And that journey, I'll tell you the stories from that journey some other time. But when I got there, I hated it right away because of food mostly, because I was still a vegetarian even then, and finding vegetarian food in Western countries, in US as well, it was hard. But only for the first couple of days. After that, once I got over that hurdle, once I found out how to find the food, how to find vegetarian food there, all good. Then I loved it so much. I only lived there for about 15 months and made 3 different trips even in that. But I loved it so much. And then people got sick of me praising US and like, oh, things are so nice there. This is good and that is good and all of that. So today, this is just the story. And I'll tell you the scandalous story of my education as well some other time because I would try and avoid that. But maybe I'll share it sometime. I want to tell you some funny things today because this is one of the things that I shared on my blog a long time ago. These are some essays and some exam questions answered by young children about America and American history, and they are bloody hilarious. So when I first read them, they had me in stitches. They are just so funny. But these are just, keep in mind, they're like very young children. Some of them are trying to be clever. I'll just give you how that is. Okay, so these are the accounts of history written by kids in their essays. What grade do you think they earn for writing statements like these? The Greeks were a highly sculptured people, and without them, we won't have history. The Greeks also had myths. A myth is a female moth. Okay. Okay. Actually, Homer was not written by Homer, but by another man of that name. Socrates was a famous Greek teacher who went around giving people advice. They killed him. They killed him. Socrates died from an overdose of wedlock. After his death, his career suffered a dramatic decline. Okay, sorry, I'm laughing so much, but they're just so funny. In the Olympic Games, Greeks ran races, jumped, hurled the biscuits, and threw and threw the Java. Sorry, I'll read it again. In the Olympic Games, Greeks ran races, jumped, hurled the biscuits, and threw the Java. Okay, you can guess what they really mean to say. Julius Caesar extinguished himself on the battlefields of Gaul. The Ides of March murdered him because they thought he was going to be made king. Dying, he gasped out, "He Brutus." Nero was a cruel tyranny who would torture his subjects by playing the fiddle to them. Let me see. There's one very good one for about America. Yeah. During the Renaissance, America began. Christopher Columbus was a great navigator who discovered America while crossing about the Atlantic. His ships were called the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Fe. Later, the Pilgrims crossed the ocean, and this was called Pilgrim's Progress. The writer of 1620 was a hard one for the settlers. Many people, I'm doing my own comedy here. The winter of 1620 was a hard one for the settlers. Many people died, and many babies were born. Captain John Smith was responsible for all this. Poor John Smith. Okay, soon the Constitution of the United States was adopted to secure domestic hostility. Under the Constitution, the people enjoyed the right to keep bear arms. I'll share some of them on the screen as well, so you'll have to freeze frame, or I'll share the link to the page, to the blog. Thank you very much for watching, and please subscribe to the channel if you are not. Meet me here tomorrow.